If you're interested in some great timing, how about countering one of the biggest bombs in the set when we have the mana open to do so? Jeez. Hello Daily Drafters, and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. Before we hop into the draft, I want to thank all of you, the subscribers, for supporting the channel here today. And because I love you all so much, I've unlocked access to the Daily Draft Discord, available to subscribers and non-subscribers alike. There's a link in the description to join the Discord, so check that out because we'd love to have you on board. Also, if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel here, you will get access to an exclusive subscribers-only channel on the server. So if you're not subscribed yet, you will absolutely want to be to have access to that and to just support the channel in general. It doesn't cost you anything, and if you're here for not the first time, clearly you've come back for one reason or another, and a quick subscription would go a long way in showing support for the channel. Alright, with that out of the way, let's dive into our draft for today. Well, this is a heck of a pack one, pick one today. We will be slamming Hostile Takeover here. 5 mana, essentially a board wipe. Kills effectively every creature on their side and keeps your best creature alive. So yeah, not much else to say about that, except for the fact that we're going to take Hostile Takeover here. Now, we want black to be a base color, because it's either blue-black or black-red. Because blue-red is not really a deck in this format. So if we look at these black cards, they're not great. Midnight Assassin is like, okay. So it's between probably just calling a professional. I mean, it's the best card in the pack. There's Exhibition Magician here as well, but I'm just going to take calling a professional and just start off the draft with a couple of good removal spells here. And I think I'm going to land on Strangle here as well. Again, we've got Midnight Assassin, Initiate. I mean, these are just whatever cards. So we're going to be oops, all removal here this draft, I guess. Rafine's Tower, I don't think for us. Riveteer's Overlook could be, but probably not if Hostile Takeover is the card we want to splash in a black-red deck. I don't think Riveteer's Overlook is going to be the one for us. Everything else is just kind of whatever. I guess we could take Snooping Snoozie over Magician in case we get pushed off of red and need to go blue-black. Splash red. Because it's either that or just take Magician here, and then we're kind of locking in black-red. Which may not be the right thing to do. So I'm just going to take the Snoozie here, and we're not going to play all these cards in the same deck, but I think that has the highest upside. See, because now the only red card is this one. We've got Tainted Indulgence, Make Disappear, and to a lesser extent, Initiate here. So I think I'm going to take the Tainted Indulgence, and now we kind of have half of our eggs in the blue-black basket and half of our eggs in the red-black basket. So we'll see what comes here. And then if we want to just stay black, we're just going to take the Girder Goons here. Pick 6 Girder Goons, love to see it. And Make Disappear is a card I don't think I've actually put that in my deck yet, but I would not be sad to do so. It's been fine, especially if you're lacking 2-drops. This can kind of act as a 2-drop to trade for their 2 or 3-drop. But we'll take the Girder Goons here. There's a lot going on with that name. Another Snoozie. Okay. I guess base blue-black? Probably. We could even consider splashing these cards if we get enough fixing. We just have to make sure we get enough fixing. Gonna take Maestro's Theater and red-black lands over a lot of things here at this point. Last pick before the wheel is I guess dig up the body. I mean, we could play that card, especially if we end up with a couple of expendable bodies. And expendable lackeys. Plasma Jockey came all the way back. That's interesting. But so did Backstreet Bruiser, and Plasma Jockey is much more of an aggressive card. This deck so far is not really looking to be very aggressive. So rather than a second dig up the body or even a first Demon's Due, I'm going to take the Backstreet Bruiser because I think I'm leaning more blue-black here. All 3 black cards came back. So that's interesting. We'll take Midnight Assassin. Both of these black cards came back too, so I guess we'll just take the 3-drop here. So maybe black is open at the seat. So I think in this format, if you aren't able to find your way into brokers, which these last couple of drafts have been difficult to do so, then being base black can open up a lot for you, because it can open up the blue-black deck or the red-black deck, both of which don't really cross over into brokers much at all. So this is like a nice little back door if you can't really find yourself into brokers enough. And here we're going to take Sanguine Spy. This deck is looking a lot like yesterday's. We'll see if it can perform any better. But decent little 3-drop here, 3 mana, 2/3 menace, lifelink. Can have some extra value later as well. Wouldn't mind wheeling a Glamorous Outlaw. These are not the lands we're looking for. But I would also really like at least 3 Maestro's lands, if we can find them. Nope, no lands here, but there is Jewel Thief and Inspiring Overseer, not for us. Jetmir's Garden is the wrong land. So we've got Make Disappear, Glamorous Outlaw, Maestro's Initiate. Think I'm going to land on the Make Disappear over the Outlaw. This is kind of fixing. But I don't know if I want to take that over a decent removal spell. And it's not really a removal spell. It's a counter spell that gets worse later, but we got to make sure we don't die to a couple of these kinds of decks. I'm going to take Make Disappear here. Calling a Professional, Waterfront District, but this isn't one that touches red. I would like this, but I think I'll take another Girder Goons here. Calling a Professional would be great. I'd love to go full Maestros, but we just don't have the fixing so far. We haven't seen any of the lands. So it's between Goons and Waterfront District probably, and I'm just going to take the Goons here. Still no lands. We have another Make Disappear, a Deal Gone Bad. I've kind of liked this card. I think I could take Deal Gone Bad over Witness Protection, Make Disappear, Dagger. Seems alright. Still looking for some red lands. Nope. There's Run Out of Town. There's also Cormella. We currently have 8 instants? How is that? Yeah. I mean, double dig up the body's not doing much though, because we only have 8 creatures. I think I'm just going to take the removal spell over the Cormella. This is another card we'd have to splash with currently 0 fixing. Riveteer's not the land that we want. Crocodile, Revel Ruiner. No. I mean, let's get a swamp or a mountain. I guess it's kind of fixing for red. Maybe we could just take that. No, there's another Snoozie, though. That's good. Another Strangle. If this were blue-black, or if this were black-red, I'd probably take this here, but we'll take the Snoozie. And swing and a miss again. All right, another Snoozie, another run out of town, and a Glamorous Outlaw. This is where I think I'm going to take the Outlaw as fixing. I'd love all 3 of these cards. But I'm going to take the Outlaw here as fixing because we need to find some fixing. So another Riveteers could be okay. I think I'll take another Outlaw, though, as more fixing potential. I mean, should we play 3? I guess. Keep passing them to me. Why not? Red seeming pretty open in the seat right now. Black-red might have been the deck. Yeah, black-red definitely was the deck. But we also found 3 snooping Snoozies and even passed on a late one here. So maybe it's not too late. No, we've got the 3 Snoozies and that's hard to abandon. The run out of town is kind of like the call in a professional. The Strangle is kind of like the Make Disappear. So we have an extra Backstreet Boys tainted into... Well... Now things are interesting. We might be able to go Tramway Station here. And see if black-red is what we're supposed to do? This might even wheel. I think we're definitely taking Tramway Station. And let's see if black-red is what's flowing here. Because, like, we have double body dropper, but, like, not really much that we want to sacrifice with it. So, like, how good is it? And not a lot of blitz. I think we have 1 Girder Goons. Think I'll land on Murder. Gonna err on the side of taking a black card, because we know we're black, but we don't know if we're black-red. I mean, Unlucky Witness, if that wheels, that goes very well with Body Dropper as well, but I'm going to err on the side of taking black cards, because that can split the difference between blue-black and black-red. Yeah, and here's another Snoozie and a Psychic Pickpocket, and no red card that I want to take, or black, for that matter. There's a chance this one wheels. The last one wheeled. So for that reason, I'm going to take Pickpocket here and see if that one comes back. I'd love to see another Girder Goons, although there is a Waterfront District. If we went red-black, would we want to splash any of these blue cards? We definitely want to splash Hostile Takeover. Maybe a run out of town? I think I'm still leaning blue-black, though. Even with double body dropper. Because, again, this is a good card, but in this particular deck, doesn't seem great. Luxior, if only that were any better. Out of the way, probably locks us here into blue-black. I think I'll take Deal Gone Bad number 2 over Make Disappear number 2. See another Girder Goons? Yes, please. A Snoozie came back. Could we end up with 5 Snoozies today? It'll be pick 11 where the other one could come back. So I don't think we're playing either Body Dropper. Strangle doesn't seem like the best splash. Maybe we splash call on a Professional as well. Depends on what our mana looks like. Unlucky Witness would have been nice. Disdainful Stroke could be a playable card. All right, does the Snoozie come back? Nope. Darn. Last pick, Make Disappear. Not bad. Think it might make the deck. We'll have to see here in deck building. We have 48 cards currently. We don't have a lot of creatures, to be honest. I mean, 16, I guess. Let's look at down here. Probably that. Probably that. Don't need 2 of these. Maybe we don't splash that. I don't know. I kind of want to run a Disdainful Stroke in the main. That doesn't seem bad to me. Oh, 4 Girder Goons. I didn't even see that. And then 3 of these. We have very high curve with all these cards over here. I don't think that's worth splashing. Initiate is just whatever. Assassin is kind of whatever. Dig Up the Body. We don't really have what we want with that. I mean, what are we sacrificing? A Snoozie to get back a Girder Goons? Like, that doesn't really seem worth it. I think I like the rest, though. Cut that, I guess. Down to 14 creatures, which is okay. Maybe a Glamorous Outlaw. Maybe a second Deal Gone Bad. Yeah, I guess we'll do a second Deal Gone Bad. It's a little expensive. We've got a lot of interaction here. And then... I mean, we might die to flyers, I guess. Could be a problem. But it seems alright. So I think 1 mountain is fine. This gives us 7, 8, 9 black, 8 blue, and 3 red. 4, 5, 6 red, kind of. It's not bad. Alright, I guess we can run it back like this. See how it does in the gauntlet here. Very similar decks today and yesterday, but when you have no chance to get into brokers nowadays, this is kind of where you end up in this format. It's basically a version of this deck or brokers, and that's where we're at. Not sure I could take this till September, but here we are. So we can't cast any of the spells in our hands, so we gotta mulligan that. Keep 6, and I guess we get rid of a Girder Goons here. go get a red with this. Now we can counter their 3-drop. Yes, please. Think we're gonna blitz in the goons here. Hit him for 4, be left with the 2/2. I always forget you get to draw a card off of that too. So good, so good. Jewel Thief, would have loved to counter that. Let's Snoozie, hold up, make disappear. Oh, really? We have 2 rares in the deck. And they both just got binned into the yard. That's awful. Alright, they got a combat trick here. I don't think we need to run into it, because next turn we can run out of it. Oh, they can still pay. Can sacrifice this thing to make sure it counters. Because that is a problem. I hate that card so much. Yeah. Alright, guess we're just gonna outlaw here. That doesn't seem good enough right now, so we'll bottom both. Alright, so Run Out of Town can make this a 3/3 at instant speed. So that's pretty good. Okay, so we know they have a trick. So we're just going to hold this up to blow out their trick at some point here. Or we could just do that. Guess out of the way is actually a little bit better. Because it could target a green permanent in this deck. It also draws us a card. So let's bounce that. Okay, do we play into their trick now? It's probably Majestic... No, it's not Majestic Metamorphosis, because they attacked with that into that. Oh, okay. That's maybe what it was, I guess. I don't know. They're going to attack us again. They still have their trick. So we'd have to take 6. They are at 14. Maybe they just trade their trick for the outlaw. Whatever it is. Let's just get in with that. Crowbar, okay. fact that this thing has vigilance is just so annoying. So let's bounce that. And then I guess we can blitz this and just get in with everything. They got a trick, but we have a lot of things here on the battlefield that they have to deal with. Alright, there's their combat trick. They still go to 3, and we're left with 3 creatures here. It's not bad. In fact, they would have to let this one through. So they'd have to block here, chump and chump, take 2. Let's just see what we can find first. See if anything better comes up. Yeah, this seems fine. So they're gonna eat the Snoozie, and yeah, they could go to 1, but not really a good spot for them either way. Wow, what a hand here! Keep that double Snoozie, Backstreet Boys to kind of help us defend the ground if we need to. Can't cast Murder yet, but we've got a lot of black. Should have played the black there. I thought about it and then didn't do anything about it. Not bad, milling another blue. Okay, there's the other black. Decent little combo here, being able to sacrifice the Snoozie to the spy if it survives. They get to get out Murder from our hand, so that's a pretty good value from them. We'll get out Snoozie here. Another Goons and another land. That's not good. I mean, the land is fine, but now we only have 2 values in here still, and double Goons I would have liked to have in my hand, maybe? Thank the Lord. So we could run that out of town, but then they get to cast it again. Which is okay, because we don't have any non-lands in our hand right or instant sorceries or artifacts in our hand right now. Plus it adds a value to the yard. To help Spy get a little better. Let's hold off for a turn and see if they play something better that we'd rather use it on. like that, probably. Upkeep, stop, and see if I want to use this ability or not. So we now have 4 values in the yard. Let's go ahead and sacrifice the Snoozie here. Don't need that. And then draw. Okay. I'll just play this now. If they make us discard this, it's like not the end of the world for us. Because it puts another value into the yard. They're just going to play Brawlers again. A Blitzed Goons is not great. I mean, it's not awful. It draws us a card. If we had 5 mana, we could blitz this and then use this to sacrifice it, which would be very good. So maybe I can save it until we do that. So let's hold off. Echo Inspector. It's a hard one. All these flyers here. Can't really do anything about that. They give first strike. Oh, lifelink. Okay, so we could just trade it for a Backstreet Bruiser then. Or a Snoozie, I suppose. Either is fine, I guess. Alright, for the Snoozie. Alright. Would still very much have liked to draw a land for this, but we're still going to blitz it in. Get in with both. Okay. It's one I would have liked to counter. So we can trade this off for a Skycrier and a Larcenist, probably. Is that worth it? It might be at this point. Let's see what we can find first. Man, they are the true definition of blue-white flyers here. No, they're not even going to do it. Alright, so we got to keep it around, I guess. Keep drawing... Keep gaining life off of it. Yeah, I don't want you drawing more cards. You're getting enough. This Backstreet Bruiser's doing effectively nothing. I might just sacrifice it. They're doing nothing. Like, Their whole deck is flyers. And I really, really want to get 5 values in the yard. Make disappear. Fortunately, at this point in the game, that's not really going to do anything. Land. Definitely discarding that. And definitely bouncing that. So they left up 3 mana. Do they have kill shot here? Maybe? Alright, you got kill shot? They don't have kill shot. I called their bluff. Okay. Well, it died anyway. They're not going to trade. There's no way. Oh. Okay. So, if we play the land and cast the Glamorous Outlaw, we then can't cast Hostile Takeover, but we do get 2 Scries out of the deal. So because of the 2 Scries, I'm going to try to find a red. The goons seem alright, though. We are down to 10 cards in the deck. Do we have any more red sources? Tramway. We have a mountain in the deck. And a Riveteer's Overlook or whatever. Alright, well that's dead. Well, it's more mill. Shattered Seraph. Now they're dodging our removal here. I don't know if we're going to survive this. Wouldn't have minded another Glamorous Outlaw there. So the Hostile Takeover is not going to deal with their board. It's going to deal with 2 of their creatures, but not all of them. Not to mention, this thing can just deck us next turn, I guess? Yeah, we have 1 turn to win. Alright, well, let's just cast this. You become a 1/1, and you become a 4/4. Now, are they going to make us draw 2 cards? Yep. Well, can't cast that. Alright, so we have to win next turn. Which we cannot do, so we got milled out. I wonder with 5 Snoozies or something if there's a way that we should probably add in more cards to the deck. I think I might go take a look at doing that. It's not great, but it's a hand we can keep. At least this gives us some tempo. Gonna have to probably just trade that. Alright, do we both get screwed on mana? Oh, God. Yes, but you have that. So I guess we do Snooping Snoozie and then probably exile the other Glamorous Outlaw because they're not going to have 4 mana again for Disdainful Stroke. This is up to 3. I think I'll trade it for the underdog because they need 4 mana to blitz this and they're not really close to doing that. That's fine, I guess. Well, it's not fine, but it is what it is. They get a treasure. Guess I'm going to Tainted Indulgence here. Go get, what is this, an island? Yeah, I'll get a black. And now we've got either Disdainful Stroke or Make Disappear plus Glamorous Outlaw. Oh, thank God. Mythic, rare, everything get destroyed. We would have gotten wrecked if that would have resolved. Girder Goon's Psychic Pickpocket. Let's just do this one here. They are quite far away, so we're just getting rid of Stroke. And now we've got a lot of gas, and they're still mana screwed. Alright, I'm fine to trade, I guess. I mean, they're, again, we just have 4-5 after 4-5 after Blitz, after removal spells. We've got all the things here. Sure, I'll take another one. Man, they got really screwed. Well, you take the wins where you get them. Decent hand here. Swamp. Island. Well, because now we do this. So that on turn 3 we can go get a red. Informant, okay. Wow. That's quite the discard. Jeez. Okay, especially against a black deck. I don't know why you'd throw that card in the yard. Do you have a way to get it back or something? Well, yeah, here we are. Blue-white. Got anything else? Broker's Hideout. What a surprise. There's the green. Okay, what else you got? They have a counterspell? What do you have? Okay. Draw spell? Nothing. Alright. Oh boy. Okay. How do you beat that card? I don't quite know how to beat that card there. So we can pickpocket, bounce it, but then ETBs exiles the pickpocket. We can bounce the Overseer, but we don't really want to be doing that. We can play a Girder Goons and have them attack right into it and do the same thing. I guess we just play this unblitzed. Now they get to crew it and then exile the Girder Goons, and then next turn we can like Glamorous Outlaw, and then they don't have good attacks with the Limousine anymore. Gosh. I hate this format. I just hate it. It's so bad. Like, what are we doing here? You play against brokers that has Mysterious Limousine and Licensed Hearse, and then you just get wrecked. So, yeah, take 8. Well, we can return the Overseer, which we might have to do, so we don't die to a 4/3 flyer. We can also run it out of town and then Disdainful Stroke something, but then we're still taking 6. So, if we did this, they attacked, they exiled this, they gave us Girder Goons, they would hit us for 6, and we would trade off with the Limousine with the Girder Goons, and they would still have a play. It's either that or Psychic Pickpocket here. Honestly, it probably doesn't matter what we do. They're going to draw an extra card off of doing this. Well, Snoozie does not deal with the flyer, and we're going to be at like 4 life after this turn. So, Snoozie's just not going to do it. And if they remove this, then we're just basically dead. That's 9. Or that's 8. And that's 9. So, good games, brokers. It's been fun. Alright, we'll keep this hand and hope it's not completely negated against going against a broker's deck. Cutthroat Contender. Alright. A Snoozie and a land. Don't like to see the Snoozie go to the yard. Okay. No, I don't want you to go draw 3 cards. So we can hold up Stroke Or we could just blitz the goons, and I think I'm just going to blitz the goons here. Hello there. Let's hope we aren't punished by them playing a bomb 4-drop here. There's the bomb. It's not a 4-drop though, so we couldn't have done anything about that. This thing has menace, right? Yep. Well, that's probably going to knock us out of this draft. Play goons. Next turn, play outlaw. And die to removal? Okay. The fact that you can untap, the fact that this untaps if I choose to let them draw a card is just crazy. I'll take 6. I guess. Alright, there's murder. So maybe I can let them draw a card here and untap that thing. And then we can murder it next turn. Okay. Alright, they got their extra land. What do you have now? Yeah, I think we have to. Okay, don't care about that. Alright, well, you need to die. So, goodbye. Alright, go to 3. Now, do we play Initiate or do we hold up a counterspell? We play Initiate, we have 3 lethal threats, and I think that's why I'm going to do it this way. If they were at 4, I would have held up the counterspell. But now we have 3 lethal threats, so they have to play 2 creatures. And even if they do, they're going to have to make some awkward blocks here. And if we draw a land, we can open this up. Now they're just basically dead here. Well, that kind of saves them. Alright, they'll trade for Initiate and then chump the other 2, I guess. Then I'll send them to 1. Okay. Alright, well, Yeah. We're left with 2 outlaws now, and a 2/2. That doesn't seem great. Deal gone bad seems good. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I was like, what do you have now? Alright, got to 3. That's the magic number. Let's go up from here. Okay, yeah, it's not outstanding. We did have all of our mana, and we have this on 3, but it's something we can keep. I did forget to mention a couple of things. Number 1, I did actually up the deck size to 46, I believe, just to protect us a little bit against the mill. I mean, we have our own deal gone bads. We have our own snooping newsies, all these kind of things that can mill ourselves. So protected us a little bit there. Second thing is, I've changed a couple of little visual things on here, starting with yesterday's video. I forgot to mention it yesterday. The thing in the top right, the overall format stats, I've gotten rid of that, and I'm just changing it to, over here on my face cam, the stats of just this draft. So no longer super important to me exactly how we're doing overall in the format, so you can just see how it's going today. That was giving off vibes to me of like super try hard, and look, we're not perfect here at Daily Draft. We make mistakes. So I just wanna give you each draft individually as they stand. So that's why I've gone ahead and done that. Let's start off with Spy. And Spy with 5 mana plus a Blitz Scooter, what does that even do? Okay, so they're going to be drawing 2 cards a turn every turn now. This is usually how this goes. So let's get in. And then I'm going to do this, and next turn we can Blitz this and still sacrifice it. Ooh, they bottomed something. They didn't actually draw a card. I think I played against this once or twice, and like the one time I played against it, I think it was like 8 out of 10 times they got to draw off of that. Alright, so let's do the whole Blitz thing here. Get in with everything. Fine trading. And then we get to sacrifice this. Would have liked to scry first, but can't always be super picky. Ooh, they kept it on top, so that's not a creature. Might have been a land, so they can hit their revelers. So we can deal gone bad, their revelers, and have good attacks here. We may also be able to pay 2 life to draw a card, depending on what we mill ourselves for. Let's see what we mill. And we hit the jackpot there. So we milled exactly what we needed to draw a card on our end step. Take action, please. Alright, another bottom. They're missing the creatures. This is going great. See if we can keep it up. Darling of the Masses, it's a good one. We do have murder for it, though. We've also got Goons Blitzed plus Hold Up, Make Disappear, or play Snooping Newsy. I guess we could just murder this and next turn we can do that. I don't know. This opens up more attacks if we murder this now. Yeah, let's just murder this now. We'll do Newsy. And then we'll hit him for 4. Draw a card on our end step. Alright, do you finally get to draw a card here? Nope, they bottomed again. And then we win. Thank you, Sanguine Spy. Okay, so we are on the play. We don't have a blue, but we can cast this. If we draw blue, this hand is totally fine. So I'm going to keep it. And then maybe see you on the other side in about 2 minutes if this doesn't go well. Alright, another blue card. Alright, another non-blue land. And now we are up to the top of our deck, see if we can find blue. That is not blue. Yeah, I guess. At least we're not getting run over here, so we have a bit of time to find the blue. But we need to find it. We got 4 Girder Goons in the deck that we can cast here, so. That's a card we can play at the very least. And that was a great game. It's a wonderful game. Yeah, alright. Well, another 4 and 3. So I've had a lot of 4 and 3s on the channel lately, but what can you do? What can you do? Sure, take your fish. Can't take 8 a turn. That's about the worst draw in the deck. I mean, Hostile Takeover, but we also need a blue to cast that, so like, what are we even doing here? That's scary that they're doing that on the main phase. What, you need to use that mana right now? Oh, they do. Okay. Hostile Takeover would be good. If we draw a island into Hostile Takeover, maybe we can survive this game. Maybe. But probably not. Yes. Die. Okay. Their blue, red, green deck playing a double white card. I feel like if we had drawn a blue within the first couple turns, this would have been a relatively easy game. It's taunting me. Although now it is amazing. If we can find an island next turn. So we're going to have to chump here, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, we're just dead. We are just dead if they alpha strike. So, see if they can do the math. I'm sure they can. Ooh, that gives us a chance. Well, not really. I mean, 1, 2... Is this a citizen? Probably is. No, it's not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... Okay, never mind. We just die. I wish we could, like, goldfish our deck and see what this card was. If it was an island, maybe we had a chance. But not really, because we didn't really play this game. We cast a murder and an assassin. So, thanks for the games, Bacus68, but we are here 4 and 3. Trophies are overrated. Who needs them? Who needs them? So, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this video. On our end screen, you can check out the one trophy we have in this format, or yesterday's video in case you missed it. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow for your daily draft.